What's up, buddy? Grace and peace to you. Welcome to Morning Watch. I'm Rob, one of the pastors here at White Plains. Glad to have you with us today on a Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, Owl. This is where we gather for a song and a thought for the day. So glad you're with us whenever you're watching. Hey, Terry. Good morning. Grab that cup of coffee. Still Wednesday, Steve. Yeah, only Wednesday. No, but it's March 4th. What's the deal? I don't understand how time works anymore. Good morning, Kenna. All right. Well, let's begin our time together by going to God in prayer. Help me call a blessing down, for I think our poor old world needs it. A blessing of peace, a blessing of the ordinary, a blessing of national life without chaos and personal life without fear. Help me pray a healing down, for I know how much we need it. A strengthening of the bonds between us, simple respect and patient listening, a new beginning for us all. Help me welcome the sacred down, the wide-winged spirit drawn from every corner of heaven to walk among us once more, to show us again how it can be when justice is the path and love the destination. Amen and amen. Oh, let's see. Good morning, Florida. Good morning, James. Morning, Robin. Morning, Keith. Morning, Emma. All right, so here's a song that might seem a little overly optimistic in the seriousness of these days, but I chose it today for two reasons. One, the rung of the ladder to the light that we are on right now with Bishop Charleston is truth, and truth is about seeing clearly, honestly. He talks about it as a loss of illusion. It's Marching Band Day. Excellent. And then the other reason is because this is a song of hope. And hope, if you remember, is one of the rungs of the ladder that we've already ascended. We can't lose any of those steps. We can't lose our faith or the blessing of God or the hope or the community or the action that has brought us so far. He ordered these steps and these rungs of this ladder in a certain way intentionally so that one would build on another. So even as we shrink in the horror of war and we throw up our hands at elections and politics, we do not lose hope. And we do not lose faith that, as we talked about before, in the words of Gandalf, the shadow is but a passing thing, right? The rain will stop. We will see clearly. So I thought this was an appropriate song for us this morning. Plus, it's just a lot of fun to sing. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me down. It's gonna be a shiny day. There you go. New strings, not too recently. Hey, catch-up dinner would be awesome. That would be sweet. Not too recently on the new strings, but it is the regular, I guess, just being back in regular tuning. Instead on the baritone. All right. So, in this chapter, he's been talking a lot about the government of Native Americans, and we continue today. Remember yesterday he talked about what he gave away when he was ordained as a bishop. Or as a priest, as an Episcopal priest. Part of the ceremony was a giveaway. Unlike the European tradition of ordination, where we receive gifts, as a native person, I was expected to give gifts on my honoring day. Sign of my leadership was not how much I could get, but how much I could give. And so today we continue on that theme, what we give. My ancestors told many stories about the first days of creation. Among them is a story of light. Long ago, Raven found the light, the sun hanging like a shiny mirror in the midst of an empty sky. Raven liked shiny things, and he could have kept the sun for himself, but he decided to give it to the people. He brought the sun, placed it in the nest of the sky, and let its rays bring life to the dark world below. Raven gave away his most prized possession. We are not sure what we have. We are not what we have. We are what we give. Sharing is the measure of our faith, the simple test of how well we have learned the way of the Spirit, not to have more for the few, but enough for the many. When you see the sun rise, remember Raven and give your light to others. Now, imagine a society in which there were no expensive political campaigns. Hard for us to do here when we've been bombarded, just even in the primary season, with a lot of negative advertising. And hard to imagine. No political parties, no special interests groups, no lobbies, no career politicians. Instead, those who thought they had skills to help with the community's most pressing needs would be invited to explain exactly what they planned to do. And if they could convince enough of the community, then they would be empowered to do that, but without any expectation that they might be asked to do it again. Tenure was always job specific. In addition, because their service was a sacrificial one, they would be elected to make a giveaway, which means they would not enrich themselves in any way. Like many of the greatest Native American leaders demonstrated, the most revered person in the community was often one who had few personal possessions. Their stature was affirmed by how much they had been able to give to the people, not by how much they had been able to take. And now is the time to give. No greater love than this, to give all that you have. And so with great dignity the buffalo laid down its life to feed the people, and the elk, the deer, the salmon, and all the creatures who made their giveaway so the first humans might survive. Over centuries their sacrifice has kept us alive. Their act of unselfish devotion to the circle of life has brought us this far. Now it is our turn to give what we have in return. We stand not atop a food chain, but at the center of a circle of life. Now is our time to give back life, to restore life, to free the spirits of all creatures, past and present, to breathe once more the clean air of freedom. It is for this purpose we were made, and for this moment that we were given the power of change. And I would add, as he's spoken of it before, the power of vision. He writes, the traditional Native American political system that I'm describing has a resonance within the democratic process that we already uphold, but with a stronger emphasis on the ethical and spiritual nature of political leadership. In fact, the fulcrum on which all political leadership was balanced can be summarized in a single word: truth. Native American culture had two characteristics that early European settlers often recognized and recorded. Native people were not afraid of death, and they always told the truth. I mean, there were stereotypes, of course, but they were grounded in reality. The lack of fear about death arose from a strong spiritual connection to the ancestors, a deep trust in the love of God and the Spirit, and a sense of inner peace, cultivated over a lifetime of daily spiritual practice. The importance of truth arose from a simple but profound understanding of what constitutes a civilization. No human system will endure unless it is built on truth. Of course, when I read this, I thought immediately of my story of The Giveaway by Ray Buckley. This is a story I read pretty much every year at Christmas, either here on Morning Watch, or certainly we read it in our family. And it's the story of the Christ child being born, and all the animals and inhabitants of the forest, including the trees, come together to celebrate the birth of the Christ child and this new king that will save us all. And they decide amongst themselves what they will give. A cloak, the skin to keep it warm, the very body of an animal to feed him, and then the tree, who'd been there the longest in the forest, said that they would give of themselves wood where they would rest as a child, the manger, and where they would be suspended in death at the end. Yeah, powerful storytelling. But how often do we come to the place where what we can give is the first thought in our mind? What can I give to this situation? I mean, it should be our first thought, but it is so countercultural to the what can I get out of this mentality. Yeah. What do you think, buddy? Yeah, good morning. I just thought that was good food for thought for us today and a good place to stop. What can we give? What if our first thought in any situation was, what can I offer here? Maybe just a non-anxious presence. Maybe that's what we offer. Maybe we just offer the Holy Spirit. Yeah. Stuff to think about for sure. Well, thanks for being here. Give him my heart. Right. I thought of that too. Right. All right. Y'all take care. Thanks for being here. May you find peace and purpose in this day. I'll look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.